Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Faces of First Year. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. This podcast is brought to you by Pima Community College and the First Year Experience Program. And the entire goal for this event is to connect you with the faces behind the many different support resources that we have available here at Pima Community College. In fact, I was telling our guests earlier today that since we started these podcasts back in 2018, we have yet to repeat a topic, which I think is an awesome testimony to how many resources are available to support Pima students. But since it has been a while, we did want to go ahead and bring back some awesome folks from Pima's Military and Veterans Services Department. So that's who's joining us today and who we're going to be getting to know a little bit better. Also, if we have not yet met, my name is Renee Forsyth. My pronouns are she, her, and I lead the first year experience program here at the college. And I'm really excited to introduce you to the folks who we have today. So, Alyssa, go ahead and tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, Renee. Thanks for having us here today. My name is Elisa McKeag, and I am the Director of Military and Veteran Services. I'm an Army retiree, and I've been at Pima for the last just about a year and a half.
And then I am Chance Majarian. I am the manager for military veteran services at the college. I spent about 10 years in the Air Force, so 5 years active duty and 5 years as a reservist. And now I'm here doing the manager thing. So.
And my name's Lat Bowen. I am the veteran advisor over here at Pima Community College West Campus. I'm retired Army, and I've been working with Pima for the past 2 years.
I suppose I should also add I was a military wife. My husband was in the Army for 9 years before he ETS'd. So I can personally attest how much I love this community and the fact that you all are available to continue serving that community as they pursue their educational goals. Speaking of community, Elisa, tell us a little bit more about if there's anyone else who's part of your team or department.
Yes, thank you. The Military and Veteran Services Department, we're kind of separated into, I call it 3 different areas. We have our Veterans Upward Bound team. They operate mainly out of East Campus, but they help folks who are veterans, who are first-time college students, and they help them with everything from application, placement testing, tutoring, just walking through that process of admissions and getting them set up and ready to go at school. And then our 2 other sections we have here with Chance and his team. Chance really handles the veteran services, so anybody using their veterans benefits, anybody military connected, they help them, figure out schooling, and we'll get a little bit more into that, I think, as the discussion goes on. And then our last team is out at Davis-Monthan. And so anybody that's active duty, actually anyone can take classes out at Davis-Monthan as well. But we have a team out there helping active duty folks, spouses, with their military TA.
Now, Chance, for those who may not be familiar or aware, can you tell us a general description about military and veteran services at Pima?
Yes, so I can talk to the veteran side of it anyways. So if we have the veteran centers at all of the campuses, and so all the main campuses anyways. So West Campus, Northwest Campus, downtown, Desert Vista, and East. And then we actually also have one that we stood up about a year or 2 ago at the Aviation Technology Center as well. So those veteran centers are on campus for you, the new students and students, anybody that's military connected. You can come into these centers. There's computers there for you to use. There's printing, free printing. There's snacks, there's coffee, there's drinks, there's other veterans part of that community that you can go in and build some camaraderie with, and just kind of be connected with that community. And you can also use these centers as a way to escape the madness of what's going on campus and kind of find a nice place to relax. And we've also gotten some massage chairs in these centers recently too. So great reason to come in and stop by and check out to see what we got going on. We also have veteran advisors at all these campuses with these vet centers. Lat Bowen is one of them, but we also have one for every other campus as well. And so they are there to help navigate the veteran benefits that are available to you and kind of bring you into the college with how to use those benefits. That's the purpose of these veteran advisors. And then the last thing I want to talk about there is we also have the Student Veterans of America Club at the college. We also call it SVA. It's a national club, and we're fortunate to have a local chapter here. Their sole purpose is to advocate for veteran students across the nation. And our chapter here is also tuned into advocating for Pima students as well. So there's a lot that we got going on in the veteran side of things. Elisa, would you like to talk about the DM side of things as well, the active duty side?
Sure. Active duty, it's basically, it's very similar to what is going on the veteran side of the house. They're located, it's an additional site. There's a few classrooms out at Davis-Monthan. They have advisors as well. And so they basically serve the same function, meet the students, help them make sure that if they're using their tuition assistance, that all that is done properly so they can go to school and have no issues. We have a great team out there as well.
And just to clarify for those who are watching but may not be Tucson locals, Davis-Monthan is the Air Force Base that is here in town. But to Elisa's point earlier, anyone can take classes, so it doesn't matter what military branch they may be affiliated with. And also the general public can at least take classes on the Air Force Base, having gotten permission and everything's worked out ahead of time to access base when they go through security, correct?
Yes, it's not too complicated of a process, and we have it set up now. Like if someone registers for a class out there, they'll automatically get an email with some instructions on how to get base access. And so they just do a little security check, and then they'll be granted base access for the duration of their course.
Now, listening to you all describe all the different supports, resources, and branches, maybe within Pima's own department, it really kind of sounds like a one-stop shop. So, Elisa, I'm curious, if you were to describe this in any other way, like related to other like military life hotspots or places they may be familiar with, what would you describe your services like?
We're a little bit like that military family. Every time you go to a new unit in the military, we are a family, right? You immediately come in, you're military connected, you're automatically just join our team, join our family, and we're all there to support each other. So the one thing I describe the veteran centers at anyway, I kind of think of them as a USO. So if you've been traveling in an airport and you're military connected, you can go in and utilize the USO. But we're a step up from the USO because we have the advisors and advice. But we're there. We have a comfy space. We have snacks. We have coffee. Like Chance mentioned, a couple of the centers now have massage chairs. So we want to welcome you in to be part of our team and be part of our family. And I want to emphasize that anybody can use the space. A lot of times people think, well, I'm a veteran or I'm a dependent. I'm not using my benefits, but we still welcome you in. Come on in and join our team and meet some of our fantastic veteran. We have work studies that man the veteran centers, and so they're generally the face that they see in addition to the advisors at the centers.
Great. So, Let, I'm curious, what are first year students missing out on if they don't participate and start using all the many things that you have to offer?
One of the things I think that they're missing out on is when you separate from the military, you're losing what Elisa said earlier, is the family community. So when you come in to the veteran centers, you'll get that whole military connected students. We are the family. We are that connection that a lot of veterans are missing. Everybody that hangs out in there we all have the shared stories, where'd you deploy to, where'd you do this training, all that fun stuff. We all went through the whole transition to civilian life. Some of them are still working through it. Everybody's working on navigating the VA system. It's like sometimes you gotta we have a saying about our the VA math. VA math is different than regular math. So we've got people in there who are, a little bit experienced and can help the people who are just transitioning into it explain the VA math to them and things like that. And just it's just that whole source of knowledge that we represent and that we bring to the table, and try and share. I've got tons of great work studies who just love sharing their knowledge, and they just love talking to people and helping them. And it's gives you that.
Mhm. Mhm. So, Elisa, tell me, when should a student start participating and reach out and start making those connections and using your resources?
Great question. For veterans Upward Bound, as I mentioned before, they're kind of prior to the application process, so it's never too early to reach out to them and contact them as a way to get started, because they have just a lot of resources, and a lot of times veterans are a little bit hesitant to accept help, take help, but that's what we're here for. Come out. We have this incredible team. Many are veterans. Those that aren't veterans have been working with veterans for so many years, and we're just really there because we want the students to succeed and we want to see them on their path. So I would say for Veterans Upward Bound piece, it's never too early. I mean, you can stop by and come in and see our vet centers and see what we have and just start meeting folks. And I think Chance can probably offer a little bit more. I'm going to ask him to talk about the timeline for if you're actually utilizing your benefits.
Mhm. Yes, so if you're actually going to be using your benefits, I will say it takes about 30 days to get your certificate of eligibility, which is the document that you will get from the VA that basically says, yes, you are eligible for these benefits. So we do require that. So it takes about 30 days once you apply for that to get that from the VA. And then after that, I would suggest an additional 30 days at the college, just to smoothly take your time to be able to get everything processed and done at the college. That's not to say it can't be done a little faster, but it's less than ideal to be doing it that fast. So about 60 days out would be a great time to start, before you want to take classes, getting in touch with us and making those connections to see what you have to do to get your benefits started at the college.
What's that military phrase? Early is on time and on time is late, right?
And I
Exactly.
wanted to add one thing in, Renee, that I just thought of. Same for our Davis-Monthan team. So it's actually possible that students, they don't necessarily, maybe they're active duty, but they're not actually attending classes at Davis-Monthan. They could be attending classes elsewhere in the college. We still want them to reach out and get in touch with our our little center out at Davis-Monthan, because there is a need for them to check and make sure they have everything they need and enrolled to get that tuition assistance online. So active duty, no matter if you were taking classes online, please contact our Davis-Monthan Education Center and get started with them. The same timeline.
Lat, I'm curious, are there particular hours of operation that students should be aware of when they try to reach out and contact those teams?
So at all of our vet centers, which we have a vet center at every campus, the Northwest, Downtown, East, Desert Vista, Aviation, and of course, the greatest one here at West Campus. But we have our vet centers out there, and they're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and there's always work studies in there who either, like it was said earlier, they either are veterans or they've been dealing with veterans for a very long time, and they can help all of our first year students coming in.
And just to elaborate on that point, Lat, where are your resources located? Since Pima's a multi-campus institution, tell us a little bit more about where they can find things.
Okay. At our downtown campus, you can find the vet center down there in room C3280. Our Desert Vista campus just moved to a very new space, which is going to have a grand opening coming up here on 25 April, I believe. Yes, 25th of April on Friday. It's going to have a grand opening. Everybody's welcome to come out and check out the new site. But that one's going to be in E101. The Aviation Center is in Hangar 1, room 114. The West Campus is downstairs at CG 28. Like I say, it's a nice place. The East Campus has room over on Echo 406. And then the Northwest Campus is D205, right in the Student Life Center there.
Mhm.
Not that I'm biased or anything, but just saying, if you all do happen to go to West Campus to visit LAT, then go right across the hallway to Student Life and you'll find the first year program office as well. So a lot of great things are at West Campus on that ground floor, right?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. And then tell us, do you have any social media where they can follow and get connected with you all that way?
Absolutely. We are at PCC Military and Veterans on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, and we're also on Instagram at PCC Military and Veterans. So they can follow us and join us and get to see all of our local or our current and upcoming happenings.
And I threw those links into chat. And if you are watching this recording in replay, they're also going to be available to you in the video summary. I'm also going to include the general email address that we have for this department, which is veterans@pima.edu, as well as a direct link to their website on the Pima Community College main page. You can also go to the search bar on the pima.edu site, type in military, and then the first search results will take you there. All right, so I was always the student in school who wanted to know why. Why does this matter to me? Why should I remember this? Why should I tell others about it? So, Lisa, I'm going to start with you. Why should first year students know about this and tell their family and friends all about it?
Because we're just, like we already mentioned, we are a family. We're here to support. We want to hear about your successes. We want to hear about your challenges and see what we can do to help you overcome those obstacles and reach your goals. And like I said, we are a family, so we're accepting of everybody. We just want to see where we can help you, what other resources we can bring. Take advantage of that. Don't feel like it's not for you. The door is open. Anybody military connected, we just want to get the word out there and come and utilize our services. And we have a lot of smiling faces. All of our advisors, like I said, so much experience, and they're here to help.
We're all about those smiley faces here, right?
That's right.
Chance, same question to you. Why does this matter to our students and those who they care about?
Yeah, so I'm going to sort of double up and say we just want to help. Give us a call, 520-206-2266. We're happy to help however we can. That's what we're here for.
Matt, how about you?
Well, like what we do is help. So we actually have, whether you're getting the veteran or you're the family member of a veteran or dependent, we can actually also give information about scholarships, other funding sources to help the student get through their first year. We can point them to the ARC Resource Center or other resources that they have. We just have so much knowledge that we want to share with the first year students.
I think to echo all of your points, these benefits have been hard earned and are an incredible benefit for our service members and or those who depend on them, their family. And I think it's an incredible opportunity, especially hearing the many different ways that you support them in that college journey, from getting started to when they're current students and all the way through till achieving their goals and graduation. I'm really grateful for everything that you all do. So thank you for joining us today. And if you watching us have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments box below, and we will get you connected with this team and their colleagues to get those questions answered. Again, all of the contact information that we shared during this podcast will also be available to you in the video summary. You know the drill. This probably isn't the first podcast you watched. If you liked what you had to learn, give us that thumbs up. follow that bell to get notifications about when we are coming back to you live again, which will be on April 4th, again at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Arizona time zone. And at that podcast, we're going to be talking to you about employer engagement and career services. But till then, thank you so much for watching. And as always, keep striving, everyone.